Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the different agencies that DOGE has shut down since Donald Trump won his second term. So DOGE is puffing their chests out pretty far on the different agencies they're closing down. Elon Musk has been bragging on how much fraud money they have uncovered in an extremely short amount of time that DOGE has been around. What they aren't telling people is that all of these agencies that Musk has gone after were investigating him on some questionable things that he had been doing. While all of these agencies have been shuttered, the investigations against Musk have been shuttered as well. Let's take a look at the agencies that have been shut down and how they are tied to Elon Musk before Trump's second term in office. So the Department of Labor, the DOL, which oversees the National Labor Relations Board, the NLRBO, the Office of the Federal Contract Compliance Program, the OFCCP, and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC, had over a dozen open investigations into Tesla and SpaceX regarding alleged unfair labor practices, safety violations, and discriminatory work practices. The NLRB filed a complaint against SpaceX after 8 employees said that they were fired in retaliation for speaking critically of Elon Musk. SpaceX sued the NLRB in response. The OFCCP was conducting an audit of potential workplace discrimination at Tesla. The EEOC sued Tesla for alleged racial harassment and retaliation in 2023. The Department of Labor Inspector General was unlawfully fired by Trump during his midnight purge of Inspector Generals on January 24, 2025. Trump fired the chair of the NLRB and has effectively slowed down the NLRB's ability to rule on cases. Trump gutted the OFCCP via executive order on January 21, 2025, before their investigations could be made public. Trump fired 2 of the 3 Democratic commissioners on the EEOC. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, consumers have submitted over 300 complaints about Elon Musk's Tesla to the CFPB. 66 of these complaints were submitted in the last year, 2024. Trump fired the CFPB director, Rohit Chopra, and installed Project 2025 architect Russ Vought as the Bureau's acting director. The CFPB's Washington headquarters has been closed, and staff and contractors have been told they cannot perform any work tasks. Musk tweeted, "Delete CFPB," less than a week after the agency finalized a rule that could put his planned collaboration with Visa to offer a real-time payment system on the platform into the agency's crosshairs. The U.S. Agency for International Development, the USAID, the USAID Inspector General initiated a probe into Starlink satellite terminals provided to the government of Ukraine. The USAID has been shuttered after Musk's DOGE took a wrecking ball to the agency. The USAID Inspector General was fired days after publishing a report critical of Trump's administration dismantling the agency. The Department of Transportation, DOT, which oversees the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA, and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, had several open investigations into Tesla. The FAA had recently ordered SpaceX to carry out a formal investigation into the loss of the Starship vehicle during a test flight, and previously ordered over $630,000 in civil penalties against SpaceX. The DOT Inspector General was fired by Trump. The FAA administrator resigned effective January 20th Following pressure from Musk, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA Inspector General launched a probe into Elon Musk's Neuralink in 2022 for potential violations of the Animal Welfare Act. As of January, the investigation was ongoing. The USDA Inspector General, a 22-year veteran of the agency, was fired by Trump and later escorted out of her office by security guards. The Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, regulators have settled multiple lawsuits with Tesla over violations of the Clean Air Act and hazardous waste laws at the company's automotive manufacturing plant in Fremont, California. The EPA Inspector General was fired by Trump. The Federal Election Commission, the FEC, is set to rule on a number of complaints filed during the 2024 election cycle, including complaints pertaining to Musk's American PAC. The Trump administration unlawfully removed FEC chairwoman Ellen Winthrop from her post. The Department of Interior, the DOI, oversees the Fish and Wildlife Services, FWS, which monitors the federal lands near SpaceX's launch site in Texas for any damage to threatened species habitats. Musk has repeatedly clashed with the FWS, calling their review process unacceptable. The DOI Inspector General was fired by Trump. The Department of Defense, DoD, concerns that SpaceX has repeatedly failed to comply with federal reporting protocols aimed at protecting state secrets, including by not providing some details to Musk's meetings with foreign leaders, have repeatedly triggered federal reviews by the DoD Office of Inspector General, the Air Force, and the Pentagon's Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. The Air Force also recently denied Musk high-level security access, citing potential security risks associated with the billionaire. The DoD Inspector General was fired by Trump. The Department of Justice, the DOJ, filed a lawsuit in 2023 against SpaceX for allegedly discriminating against allies and refugees in hiring. The DOJ also opened investigations into whether Tesla had been candid about describing the features of its vehicles. While leaving its Inspector General in place for now, the Trump administration has taken several actions to gut the DOJ, including firing top leadership and prosecutors. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, sued X in January 2025, alleging that Musk misled shareholders about his Twitter stock purchases in 2022 and ordering Musk to pay the federal government as much as $150 million. Musk called the agency a totally broken organization in response to the lawsuit. Trump vowed to fire the SEC chair Gary Gensler on day one. Gensler stepped down before Trump could fire him, leaving the Republican majority at the SEC. The Office of Government Ethics, the OEG, days after members of Congress requested that OGE investigate Mr. Musk's conflicts of interest given his status as a special government employee and his extensive business holding that received billions of dollars in federal government contracts and subsidies, the director of OGE was fired by Trump. Now, while there is all of this smoke with Elon Musk and Donald Trump saying that there was a lot of fraud that was found, this seems to be more in the lines of revenge on the part of Elon Musk.